I keep rambling. I want to talk about two specific things, two kind of stories that I want to tell. So about, actually, yeah, it has the date. It's 2020. Um, I watched a YouTube video. He's in the finance space. I really like him. He seems like a very level-headed dude and very smart. He's young and kind of very, very, very smart. And his name is Nate O'Brien. If you don't know him, he's in the finance space and makes content about finance, personal finance, things like that. And I watched one of his videos, and I would say it kind of really helped me. Uh, he, I think, was outlining like steps for success or something like that. And one of the things he said you should get a notebook, right, or like a journal, and just have that with you, something that you can journal in, every day, and or not every day, but he said to just to have that habit of journaling. And he said you can write anything down, right? And I forget how, but the way he explained it, man, it just hit with me. And he was like, because I've tried journaling before, and like writing stuff down every day, but it was like that pressure, like, oh, I got to write something down every day, something down every day. But he said, look, just take a notebook like this and put your last name and the year, right? And work on filling up this notebook. And you don't have to take the pressure off yourself. You don't have to do it every single day. You don't have to write a summary of your day. Just whatever comes to mind, something you can change it up every day. And if you miss days, don't worry about it. Just have this journal. And obviously I haven't been writing in it that much. I started this one in 2020, 2023. But man, this thing, I think the habit of journaling, or just the habit of putting pen to paper occasionally, and having one place where you can keep it, it's very powerful. And I've just experienced that in my own life. There was moments like when I started this book, what I first started writing, or this journal, what I first started writing down was just like to-do lists, or like ideas that I had. I would just jot them down and stuff like that. But then there was times, couple days, couple weeks, where I was kind of just writing down summaries of my days, and what happened that day, right? Like what I was feeling, what I was going through, and what I was looking forward to in the future, stuff like that. And one of the reasons why I did that actually is because I realized at a certain point, I think it was 2021, I was like, man, I'm just like forgetting stuff. I can't remember, and it almost scared me. I'd sit down at the end of the week. I'm like, what did I do this week? What did I do Monday through Tuesday? And I just couldn't remember, and I was busy and stuff like that. So I was like, I want to be able to look back and be like, oh, okay, I remember this day. Because life goes by so fast, and it's like, if you're just always doing stuff, staying busy, you don't know what's going on. Like, what's the point, right? So that was cool. I think those are going to be cool moments to kind of look back on, I guess, later on, and just kind of see. It's kind of the same thing as like doing a podcast, or creating content. It's like you can look back on it, and you have like this archive of memories. So similar to the journal, and I'm thankful that I kind of got on it, and just the way Nate explains it, it's like very simple, and it takes the pressure off of it, So I enjoyed that. I would say the notebook, this journal, it definitely. First of all, I found a really good one. I think it was at Target. Obviously not a sponsorship or anything, but I just like it. It's very durable. It's like a leatherish type of material or something. But this journal actually got me through college, bro, for real. Because it like just the way I would write down, what I have due coming up. I created like the system that I write in this journal, and man, it really helped me stay organized. And as I'm finishing college, I'm like, man, I gotta find a way to implement this into like my daily life, and especially when I go on to work and things like that, I gotta find a way to sit down and to plan stuff out in the journal. And one way, actually, one little trick I used to to consistently write in the journal is I stopped putting it in my backpack. I think I forgot my pen, but I stopped putting it in my backpack. So what I would do is I would, go to class, and this would be my backpack, and I would, pull it out whenever I need to write stuff down. But what I started doing is just carrying it with me everywhere. right? Like when I'm going to class, when I'm going to work, I just carry it in my hand, so it's easily accessible, and things like that. I can just flip to it whenever I need to, and I try to make a habit whenever I'm working. I leave it open, or whether I'm in class, whether I'm at work, I leave it open because I have, due dates on there, and I can, whenever I'm working, I can refer back to it and see, what I got coming up. Okay, when I complete it, I cross stuff off, I make notes. So just little stuff like that, and man, it just makes such a difference. When you keep everything in your head, you forget stuff, you get unorganized, but when you're writing stuff down, and man, it's just so satisfying to like check things off. Okay, did this assignment, made this phone call, did this, blah, 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 blah. And you're just seeing the progress. And when you see the page fill up and you're marking all that stuff off, it's really satisfying, and it kind of motivates you, encourages you to keep going. And part of the reason why I kind of wanted to bring this up and really talk about it is I'm finishing up this notebook. And it's kind of a cool moment. And part of my plan was, recently, of course, I've just been using this for school and just writing down due dates and whatnot. But it's coming to an end. Like I'm running out of space, and my goal kind of was to pretty much finish it up in Singapore. Just take a moment. Of course, I'm gonna be busy and going on visits with companies and things like that. Just whatever. We have a schedule and stuff like that. But my goal is, take some time, really sit down, kind of reflect on things and kind of just finish up the journal. And when I get home, probably just grab a new one, and continue on. And with this little strategy, I just wanted to share. I found it very helpful. It's a very, very simple, I guess, habit, but man, it's incredible, like how much it's actually helped me stay organized and things like that. So I just want to continue moving in that direction with it, and just kind of wrap it all up in Singapore on my way, or while I'm there. And so yeah, shout out to Nate O'Brien if he ever sees this. It really helped me, your little advice, and thankful for it, man. So yeah, man, that's the whole thing with the notebook. It's just a little story. I thought it was cool. I wanted to